Last week we had an incredible time in San Antonio, Texas with a fantastic takeover. Tonight we are back home inside the campus of Full Sail University. Welcome everybody to NXT. Well, we talked about a takeover. That change was coming. Tom Phillips along with Percy Watson and the newest member of our broadcast team, Nigel McGuinness. Nigel, welcome.
Lovely to be here. This is NXT. This is the place to be, and this is the beginning of the most glorious period in NXT history.
You talk about that glorious period. Tonight will be the very first appearance of the new NXT champion, Bobby Roode. A glorious celebration for the NXT champion. Guys, we talk about NXT TakeOver San Antonio. Perhaps no group was more impactful than what Sanity did throughout the evening. It was Eric Young who took out Ty Dillinger, and then Nikki Cross did not capture the NXT Women's Championship, but what a statement she made.
Yes, she did.
Very unhinged, dangerous individuals. Call themselves Sanity. That's a misnomer if ever I heard it. Not one of these guys has their finger on the pulse of reality.
And Nigel, you saw firsthand in San Antonio what Eric Young, Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Nikki Cross are capable of. What do you think of this quartet?
Well, they're almost unstoppable, aren't they? It's almost like Mad Max. They think the world is ended. We're in some kind of apocalypse. Eric Young, the voices in his head, they may not be his own, but Tom, they've got some pretty good ideas.
Well, one thing we certainly learned, the latest addition to Sanity, Killian Dane, the big 300-pound monster from Belfast, Ireland. I mean, he laid waste at TakeOver, Percy. There's no doubt about it.
Completely agree. The question is now, how do you go about trying to stop Sanity with an addition like that?
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 303 pounds, Swerve and Harv Sira, the Bollywood Boys!
Well, the Bollywood Boys back in tag team action here on NXT. It's been quite a while since we've seen Swerve and Harv, but I don't know if this is the welcome back party they expected with Sanity.
Absolutely, not going to be an easy job for either of these guys. But Percy, I saw you talking to these young fellas before, getting a little bit more information about them. What exactly was it that Herb was bringing down to the ring with him there?
That's actually called a shika. It's a Punjabi instrument for folk dance. And they're trying to break the barriers by bringing the Eastern culture to the world. You know, I can get behind these boys.
We'll see how they fare against Sanity here in this one. They're partying like they already won here to start this thing off.
They better start taking this match more seriously, because Killian Dane, the Beast of Belfast, is an absolute monster.
Hey, look, don't let their looks fool you. These guys were trained by the Heart Dungeon. They won titles in 3 different continents, mentored by Edge and Christian.
So the Bollywood Boys, a little bit of a hometown feel here with the NXT Universe, considering they competed in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. This is Harv Sira to face off against Killian Dane. Mismatch.
Absolutely a mismatch, giving up a good 100 pounds there. Really, if you're going to talk strategy, the Bollywood Boys here have got to tag in and out quickly. Keep moving. Keep out of Killian Dane's hands.
Nigel, what have you known about Oh, Killian
God.
Dane from your time in the United Kingdom.
Well, listen, here's a guy who's been all over the world, but made a name for himself, especially in Scotland.
You see this? Killian just threw him back in his corner.
Yeah,
Tag in.
Harv had no choice but to make a tag to his brother Gerv. Gerv trying to chop down Dane. Uh-oh. Oh, just tossed into the corner. Oh, just run through by Dane.
Killian's a real attractive looking guy, huh?
I don't know if I'd go with that.
Got the old Iron Mike Sharp trunks. Check him out.
Finally making the tag. That's what they got to do. They got two guys in at the same time. That's the only way they're going to stand a chance against this big monster.
Gerv and Harv trying to chop down Dane. Dane down to a knee now. Oh! Down go the Sierra brothers.
Too much dancing, not enough kicking, boys.
Oh, wasteland with authority. Oh my God.
Dumped him. Back Sinton. Belfast Blitz.
No. Oh. Just powerbombed Harv into Gerv. Oh,
Killian Dane's a one-man show out there.
Alexander Wolf hasn't even needed to break a sweat. Hasn't got in the
no.
ring at all.
Tagged in. It's been all Killian Dane. Sanity's monster.
Oh, we've seen this before. The electric chair into the Michinoku. Right in the center.
Killian Dane runs roughshod over the Bollywood boys.
Alexander Wolf, yep, never even got into the ring.
There was no need. There was simply no need for Wolf to even get involved in this match. And look at how happy Eric Young was. Take a look back here at this tag team match. It felt like a handicap match at times here,
Well,
to be honest. Oh.
Killian Dane almost weighed as much as the Bollywood boys combined. We saw there a powerbombing one onto the other. Oh, huge elbow drop, crushing both sternums together. 2 for 1, your money. He calls this the Ulster Plantation. Oh! Folded him up like an accordion. Count to 3,000 if you want.
Get me Oscar! Oscar! Oscar!
Screaming Oscar?
Everyone eventually finds their place. And those that don't find their place, we will put you in your place. Ty Dillinger, at TakeOver, I humbled you. I told you that I do not ask. I tell, and I'm telling you now, you belong with us.
Eric Young saying he thinks he humbled Ty Dillinger in San Antonio. Personally, there's one thing we know about Ty Dillinger. I don't know if he's at that breaking point in his mind.
I don't know. What I can say is he's had a lot of personal issues he's been trying to resolve. And with this component now, who knows where he's at mentally.
Well, coming up, Liv Morgan once again looks to dismantle the iconic duo from Australia when she takes on Billie Kay in singles action. But with Peyton Royce at ringside, can Liv overcome the odds? We'll find out when NXT returns next.
History at the Royal Rumble! Sweet 16 for John Cena.
The WWE Champion is going to have a detour on the road to WrestleMania. The Elimination Chamber.
The best SmackDown Live talent locked inside a trap like a rat. With me.
WWE Championship will be at stake.
Welcome back to Full Sail University. And tonight, NXT is presented by Tap Out Athletic Wear, available at JCPenney.
The following contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
Percy, I know you're a big Liv Morgan fan. You like the way she comes about things here on NXT. Liv Morgan, she took a shot recently at Ember Moon. She wanted to face some of the best competition. Hats off to Liv.
I completely agree. That's my girl, man. She called me all the time, trying to go out. I'm always down. But hey, I do applaud her for taking a big chance against Ember Moon.
Percy, that girl has never called you in her life.
You don't know my life. You don't know my personal story.
I've seen you following around her like a lost dog.
You don't know what you're talking about, David Blaine.
Nigel McGuinness, ladies and gentlemen.
And her opponent, accompanied to the ring by Peyton Royce from Sydney, Australia, Billie Kay.
Well, you're looking at the 2016 Breakout Stars of the Year in the, quote, iconic duo of Billie Kay on the left and Peyton Royce on the right. And Nigel, we saw the NXT Women's Championship match, the Fatal 4-Way at TakeOver. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce stopped at no limits to try and take out Nikki Cross and win the title.
Yeah, these girls, when they were out there, I tell you what, they impressed me. They took Nikki Cross out and they were within a second of getting that NXT Women's Champion around one of their waists.
Percy, they went to the extent they put Nikki Cross through a table right next to our announce desk.
I still can't get over that. I was dumbfounded. My jaw dropped, and I was just staring.
At the same time, the rest of the women's division already knew how powerful Asuka was. Well, once it was Asuka one-on-one with Peyton Royce, as things went downhill. Still 312 days now that Asuka is NXT Women's Champion.
Well, Liv Morgan ready to go. Gotta love this girl. Cheerleader background. Grew up wrestling her brothers in her backyard. I see future NXT champion written for this young girl as well.
I'm all about it, Liv. Let's go.
Now remember, guys, over the last few months, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce have they've bullied Liv Morgan. They believe Liv Morgan calling her shot like she did against Ember Moon, like she did once against Asuka, was a sign of weakness, not a sign of competition.
Well, it's tough, isn't it? You know, the Australian girls, they get a lot of heat for being bullies. But listen, they were bullied at high school themselves, so they're just paying it forward.
So they're the victims in all this, in your mind.
Hey, listen, at the end of the day, turnaround is fair play.
Okay, Liv.
Case in point. Oh, forward Billie Kay able to get a hold of one of the ankles there of Liv Morgan, and this could be trouble for Billie Kay. Series of one counts here on Billie Kay.
Busy yet, Nigel?
And Peyton Royce trying to help out from ringside. Nothing she could do in a 2 count.
Okay, still struggling.
Uh-oh. Oh! Midsection into the top rope. Oh! The boot right on the side of the face from Billie Kay, cover and a kick out by Liv.
And now we're going to see that mean side of Billie Kay when she has the advantage.
Nigel, you've seen a lot of incredible superstars in your day. Do you think it's a bit presumptive of Billie Kay and Peyton Royce to call themselves quote, iconic?
I think they can call themselves what they want.
I think that's a bit much if you ask me.
Hold on a sec, shoulders down here on Kay and a kick out. Oh, big clothesline by Billie Kay.
Jeez.
Another cover here, shoulders down and a kick out.
And that's the advantage that Kay has over almost every other female competitor in NXT. That height advantage, a good 2 or 3 inches here on Liv Morgan. Heavy hitter, strong striker.
Yeah, she's got Peyton backing her up outside the ring.
Hasn't needed her so far, has she?
Absolutely right. Now Billy Kay pressing the shoulders to the mat and a kick out.
What do you get against these guys?
Believe me, I'm sure she'll make her presence felt.
Well, Percy, you were very adamant going into TakeOver that Billy Kay and Peyton Royce would abandon their friendship, but they stuck to their guns in that match.
And I was completely surprised by that. I figured in that match it would be everybody for themselves, but their friendship, their relationship has impressed me thus far.
Well, they've done everything together, haven't they? Went to high school together. They had their first tryout here in NXT together. They even live together now. In fact, they do absolutely everything together. Get your mind out the gutter, Percy.
I was just wondering, I mean, like, you know where they live, man?
The NXT Universe trying to get behind Liv Morgan here. And Billy Kay trying to stifle the offense of Morgan. Uh-oh. Oh!
Okay.
Billy Kay sent for a ride by Liv. Now Liv Morgan, could she find an opportunity here with Peyton Royce? Can't really do much here, but Billy Kay holding on to the top rope.
Look at this.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, referee's going to give her a 5 count. There we go. Can't blame her. She's excited.
Oh, Peyton Royce knocked off the apron. Liv Morgan bridging into the cover. Oh, she got the win against Billy Kay.
Here's your winner, Liv Morgan!
What an upset that was.
Peyton Royce got involved. Billy Kay still lost.
Liv Morgan's been up in her game as of late. I don't know if it's necessarily an upset. Liv Morgan took advantage of an opportunity that Peyton Royce and Billy Kay put themselves into.
Well, that's a bit of payback for all the bullying that she's had to endure over the last few months here in NXT.
If you're a general manager, Mr. William Regal, you're paying attention to that win Liv Morgan just had. Well, we heard from Sanity to kick off our evening. They believe they've taken the best of Ty Dillinger. For more on that, let's check in backstage.
Ty, earlier we heard Eric Young telling you, not asking you, that you belong with Sanity.
I heard what he said, okay? At TakeOver, I simply lost to a numbers game. Have I been humbled by Sanity? Not even close. Am I joining Sanity? Hell no. But let's talk about the Royal Rumble. Enough about that.
Oh my God, Eric Young! It's the rest of Sanity back here.
You're going to get humbled now, Dillinger.
Look at, we're right next to our announce desk. Oh my God!
Watch out, fellas.
Oh,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
What the? Oh my God! Ty Dillinger is trying to fend off all 4 members of Sanity here at ringside. Look at these 4, they're all over Dillinger. Dillinger taking down Wolf, and now going after Eric Young. Not going to join Sanity.
Well, this is a mistake, I think, from Dillinger.
Oh my God!
2 opportunities now, Ty. You're not going to get a third, mate. Oh, wait a second.
Roderick Strong! No way, Jose!
Ty's got some help.
Sanity's going after most of the roster. I can't say
Here we
I'm
go.
surprised to see Strong and Jose out here.
Okay.
Ooh! And the monster's still on his feet and kicked out of the
Okay.
ring. Dillinger,
That's what I'm talking about.
Strong and Jose standing tall.
Thank God for Ty Dillinger that Roderick Strong and No Hey Jose came out to save his behind. Because otherwise, he'd be taken out on a stretcher.
Sanity don't run things around here. Ty Dillinger got some backup.
Sanity not done with Ty Dillinger here on NXT.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very proud to announce that next week on this show, the WWE United Kingdom Championship will be defended as the champion Tyler Bate will take on Trent Seven.
Mr. Regal, did you see what just happened? That was completely illegal. Liv Morgan stole that victory. She was holding Billy's tights. It was completely illegal.
We want, no, we demand a match with Liv Morgan next week.
Normally, ladies, I wouldn't give in to your demands, but I think you've got a wonderful idea. So, next week, Billy Kay and Peyton Royce, you will face Liv Morgan and a partner of her choosing.
She doesn't have any friends.
Billy Kay and Peyton Royce seem more confident in themselves than ever. But right now, we want to turn our attention to former NXT champion Shinsuke Nakamura. After blowing out his knee at TakeOver, Nakamura tweeted that while doctors have been monitoring him closely, they have determined that there is no tear, and thankfully, the injury will not require surgery. We hope to have additional information in the weeks to come as Nakamura continues to rehab and focus on an eventual return to NXT. Well, some very positive news about Shinsuke Nakamura. Guarantee you Bobby Roode's not too excited, though.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making their way to the ring at a combined weight of 650 pounds, Tucker Knight, Otis Dozovic, Heavy Machinery!
Wide load coming through, Tucker Knight and Otis Dozovic.
Got some pretty impressive guys in there. Otis is a 2014 Pan American bronze medalist. Tucker was a NCAA D1 All-American at Arizona State.
Absolutely monstrous individuals.
Nigel, you ever seen a team this big and broad and girthy?
A few come to mind, but these guys can move.
This should be an interesting matchup.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 446 pounds, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, The Revival!
The former two-time NXT Tag Team Champions set to take on Heavy Machinery here on NXT.
I was talking to some guys earlier, man. They said they are absolutely beside themselves. They can't sleep. They can't even look at themselves in the mirror.
Well, you're talking about The Revival. And listen, if you're Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder, you've had an incredible 2016, and you're not even a part of NXT TakeOver San Antonio. How does that bother you?
That's got to really irk these fellas. I mean, they call themselves top guys, and you could certainly make an argument they are one of the top tag teams in the world today. But the one thing that stops them being the very top tag team is having those NXT tag team titles around their waists. And of course, to get them, they've got to beat the Authors of Pain.
And the Authors of Pain, undefeated NXT Tag Team Champions after San Antonio. And the Revival all about the championship, but right now they got to focus on big Tucker Knight and Otis Dozovic.
This is a good test for them, a couple of big bruisers. Not quite as big as the Authors of Pain, but nonetheless, devastating looking.
Tucker Knight has faced off against the Revival in the past. This is Dash Wilder to start things off against Knight and Percy. That's not a fight you're going to win.
No. He's big, he's massive, man. Like a refrigerator out there. Maytag.
I'm surprised Dash is trying this time and time again. There we go.
Well, Dash is pretty sure of himself. Spoke too soon. Oh, big bear hug on the lower back, and a tag from Otis Dozovic. Look at the size of this guy.
You thought Tucker was bad? Take a look at Otis.
Look at that, throwing Wilder around like he's a small child.
It's like Tugboat reincarnated. Hey, look, this guy is beyond impressive. He front squats 450 pounds 8 times, benches 500. He's 48-0 state champ in high school. Jesus.
It looked like Dash Wilder, got a shot in there in the eyes and able to create some separation. In comes Scott Dawson now legal. And the Revival setting up their tandem offense.
Well, this is where the Revival are most dangerous. Quick tags in and out. Divide that ring in half. Almost seamless tag team.
We talk about tag team action, guys. How about the way we kicked off NXT here tonight? The way Sanity easily took care of the Bollywood boys and attacking Ty Dillinger. Things got out of hand pretty quickly. Now the Revival once again working well together. Dash Wilder, the cover on Dozovic and a kick out.
Getting closer though, close to that 3 count every time. I really do love the Revival. You know, there's shades of the Minnesota Wrecking Crew, the Brain Busters.
And hammering away on Dozovic here in the corner. 2016 Tag Team of the Year. 2016 Match of the Year in Toronto against DIY. But I'll tell you, it's a bittersweet award that they won. Now looking for the color forearm in the face. And a kick out by Dozovic. Percy, I didn't keep a big man like Dozovic down.
Take his legs from him. Take his legs from him. Take his air from him. And punch him in the mouth.
Well, this is what Dawson needs to do here. Really lean on him.
Dash Wilder trying to reach out for a tag, but again, they're having trouble pushing Dozovic into their corner, and Otis breaks things up.
Create a little bit of space. What is he now, 5-6 feet away there from making the tag?
Yeah, big Tucker Knight in the corner, waiting for the tag. So is Dash Wilder. There's a tag. Here comes Tucker. Oh! Oh my God! Oh!
Hey!
Oh, the big locomotive! Oh!
You got some ups.
That's for one of your old drop kicks, Percy.
I'm telling you, man, you've been reading my book.
Oh, into the corner. Dawson made the tag. Tucker Knight took down. Whoa! The Fez press. Cover here. Cover on Dawson. Oh, a kick out. You get all that weight crashing down on it. Oh, man. Now Dozovic ripped off the apron by Wilder.
Smart move. Such a smart veteran move.
Oh, right into the DDT. Seen that so many times from Scott Dawson, and it pays dividends here tonight.
That's why they're the top guys.
Here are your winners, the Revival!
Doesn't it speak volumes though, guys? They were reeling, and then all of a sudden, like that, they win the match.
That's that team chemistry, man. It's hard to duplicate.
Little Revival showing why they were the first ever 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions here tonight. Watch this. Dozovic was ripped off the apron by Wilder. That would draw the ire of Tucker Knight.
But then, of course, comes straight into the ring, straight into that DDT.
Face first into the mat. Nothing that Tucker Knight could have done about that. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder fed him in perfectly.
Only a matter of time until I think these guys get another title shot.
It seems that all the smart people in NXT have forgotten that the Revival are the greatest tag team in the world today. Luckily, not all of you are morons, because we just won NXT Tag Team of the Year. Hell yeah. 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 Yeah.
Relax, we didn't say everybody was smart. Here's the simple logic, okay? If we're getting down to it, if we're gonna tell the truth right here, DIY should have never been the NXT Tag Team Champions. And proof positive. TakeOver San Antonio, they got demolished by the Authors of Pain. So on to another subject, Authors of Pain. Let me introduce ourselves, okay? We are the Revival. We are the MVPs of NXT. We're the Mercedes-Benz of the tag team division. We are the absolute best tag team on this planet.
Preach it. He ain't lying.
We've carried the tag team division, not just in NXT, around the world, worldwide, Jack. We've carried the tag team division on our back. So Authors of Pain, NXT TakeOver Orlando, you're gonna be nothing but a footnote to the revival. And now there's only one thing left to say. Top Guys, out.
See, this is bad.
Oh no.
Careful what you wish for. Here comes Paul Ellering and the new NXT Tag Team Champions, the Authors of Pain.
Well, Dawson was right. These guys really did demolish DIY. They better be worried they don't get demolished themselves right here.
I think the Revival are thinking twice about what they just said.
Where the Top Guys going?
That's why they're top guys, Percy. They're not going to stay out there and get destroyed by these fellas. They're going to wait and they're going to pick their spot.
I guess that's semi-smart. These guys know when to make an exit.
I honestly don't know who's going to knock these guys off.
I've got to be honest, when I saw them win those titles, I thought the exact same thing.
I understand the issues that the Revival had with DIY dating back to Toronto, but you take a shot at the Authors of Pain, you cannot miss. The Revival have taken out Razor, and now they're all over Aiko. This is what the Top Guys were planning.
That was so smart. Did you see that? What do you think about that, Percy, huh?
They might be smart for now, but they're going to pay for it later, I think.
They proved their point today.
And per the office of General Manager William Regal, our main event for tonight has been made official. After attacking Ty Dillinger earlier tonight, Sanity will face the wrath of the Perfect 10 as he partners with Roderick Strong and No Way Jose later tonight here on NXT.
But coming up, the brand new NXT champion invites us to his glorious championship celebration. Bobby Roode arrives to Full Sail University when NXT returns. Next.
Welcome back, and as we heard earlier from General Manager William Regal, next week NXT will host the very first WWE United Kingdom Championship match from Full Sail University when Tyler Bate defends the title against his friend and former tag team partner Trent Seven. Let's take a moment now to learn a bit more about the reigning WWE United Kingdom champion Tyler Bate.
My name is Tyler Bate, and I'm from Dudley of England.
From the Black Country, technically sound, great charisma, fast and strong, and really a throwback to that old school style.
I believe I have the advantage because I have nothing to lose. But when push comes to shove, that's when this one here, I like to call this one Bop. That one's Bang. Did you see that one coming, did you?
Oh, what a left!
Well, he threw Bop up in the air and he caught him with Bang.
I may be 19 years old, but I'm still a man with two hands that could knock anybody out that I desire.
Tyler Bate with a Tyler
driver. Tyler Bates, the champion.
I say that age is just a number, and the only numbers I care about are the 1, 2, 3.
Perseverance, guts, and never say die. Tyler Bates, the first ever WWE United Kingdom champion.
Man, I can't wait to see Tyler Bate defend the United Kingdom Championship next week right here on NXT.
This is the moment that Bobby Roode has envisioned ever since he arrived here on NXT. And in San Antonio, Bobby Roode took advantage of an opportunity and became champion.
Absolutely. Made a fan out of me. Could you pick one other NXT superstar that title would look better around their waist?
Shinsuke Nakamura. The fact of the matter is, at San Antonio, Shinsuke Nakamura had Bobby Roode out cold. And if it weren't for the knee injury that Nakamura sustained during the match, perhaps the outcome would have been different. Perhaps it would have been Bobby Roode with the NXT title around his waist.
But, I don't care about buts. All I care about who is the NXT champion right now, and that's Bobby Roode. He took the opportunity that was presented to him, and he made everybody bow to the champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your new NXT champion, the glorious Bobby Roode!
You know, I'm not the kind of guy to walk around and say, I told you so. Wait a minute. I am totally that guy. So here it is. I told you so. From the moment I walked down this ramp and got into this very ring, I told everybody that Bobby Roode was on a completely different level. And night after night, match after match, takeover after takeover, I proved just that. Shinsuke Nakamura. A man who ran roughshod for over a decade. And that's 10 years for you idiots who don't know what a decade is. For a decade in Japan. And then he came here, and for almost a year, he beat everybody. He beat everybody. Guys like Sami Zayn. Yeah. Finn Balor. Oh, yeah. He even beat Samoa Joe. He beat every single man he got in the ring with except me. He hit me with everything he had at NXT TakeOver San Antonio. He even told me that he was going to kick my head off. Guess what? Still attached. He even hit me with the deadly Kinshasa. He hit me square right in my face. And guess what? He still didn't get the job done. And as I held this championship over my head, after I beat and I embarrassed Shinsuke Nakamura, that was the single greatest moment in NXT history. Why? Because now you have a real champion. A man who looks like a champion, who walks like a champion, who talks like a champion. I am a champion. No. Wait a minute. I am the champion. And now, every ad, every billboard, every television commercial, every city we go to, every country we go to, it has always been, we are NXT. Well, now, it is no longer we are NXT because this is my NXT. And this NXT is going to be simply glorious.
Well, not Bobby Roode's NXT. But there's no denying that he is the NXT champion.
He might actually be the most flamboyant champion in NXT history. I see him carrying that championship title for a long, long time.
Bobby Roode has proclaimed glorious until victorious, but now he must defend. We are living in the glorious era of Bobby Roode as champion.
Bobby Roode may think he's a glorious champion, but coming up next is our glorious main event. Sanity may be in for their biggest challenge yet in NXT when they take on the team of Ty Dillinger, Roderick Strong, and my man No Way Jose. It's a gigantic six-man tag match when NXT returns.
My name is Trent Seven, and I am from the cabin at the halfway point of Mustache Mountain. Mustache Mountain is the highest peak in the Black Country. I'd like to think it's where British Strong Style started.
And there it is, the 7 stars!
The opportunity to work for the WWE? It's a no-brainer. It's the grandest stage to be able to showcase your skill.
I have no doubt in the confidence that I have in myself that I've got enough to get through this.
The WWE Universe coming alive for this man with the biggest opportunity of his life.
Trent Seven is certainly a one-of-a-kind superstar, and next week, the mayor of Mustache Mountain has the opportunity of a lifetime.
What a fantastic couple of nights it was in Blackpool, England for the United Kingdom Championship. And next week on NXT, we are going to have the very first title defense of that championship.
The following contest is a six-man tag team match scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Niagara Falls, Canada, weighing 225 pounds, he is the Perfect 10, Tye Dillinger!
I can't wait for next week, but right now it is time for six-man tag team action. Tye Dillinger riding high after the Royal Rumble match at the San Antonio Alamo Dome. Can he silence Sanity tonight on NXT? Dillinger saying earlier on tonight, quote, "Hell no, I will not join Sanity." But once again, Eric Young saying, "I'm not asking, I'm telling you."
And he may regret that decision.
The good thing is Ty's got some backup.
Okay.
And from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, weighing in at 245 pounds, No Way Jose!
Personally, I know you're diving, but remember, No Way Jose, dating back to Toronto in November, has also been dealing with Sanity. It made perfect sense why No Way Jose came to the aid of Dillinger.
Of course, that's my boy. He's been my boy before that. He's my boy especially now for taking up the top.
Well, I don't think being your boy, Percy, is going to help him at all. He better enjoy that dancing now, because once that bell rings, he is going to get that face slapped
How
off.
about you loosen up a little bit over there, man? Feel it.
The Bollywood boys tried some dancing earlier on tonight against Sanity. It didn't really work out.
Exactly.
The one thing about Jose, he knows when to turn it on.
He knows when to dance. Does he know when to stop?
Nigel, look, I got to take you clubbing with me in Tampa. How about that, man?
I would rather stick pins in my eyes.
And their tag team partner from Tampa, Florida, weighing 200 pounds, Roderick Strong!
Hey guys, Roderick Strong getting a win at TakeOver San Antonio, knocking off Andrade Cien Almas. Percy, why do you think Roderick Strong came to the aid of No Way Jose and Tye Dillinger?
Because he felt that it was wrong. He was getting attacked. It was like a 3-on-1 in there, man. He had to come help.
Nigel, you know Roderick very well.
I've known Roderick Strong for a long time, almost since he started in sports entertainment. And I really just believe, like his mantra, Roddy versus the world. If he sees an opportunity to advance, he's going to take it.
Not to mention, if Sanity's going after this many members of the roster, who could be next? Sanity surveying the landscape here on NXT with No Way Jose and Roderick Strong and Tye Dillinger ready to oppose them. Eric Young saying earlier on tonight, well, we will put you in. Oh my God. Oh, Dillinger, Jose and Strong not going to wait for Sanity.
Taking it to Sanity.
Good for them.
Strong going after Killian Dane and all three members of this team in the ring.
Get some of that medicine. Here we go.
I think that's a smart move, no doubt about it. Because Sanity came out here ready to cause havoc, ready to cause chaos. Can they get back on track?
Tyler Bate, the first ever WWE United Kingdom champion.
Next Wednesday, for the first time ever on NXT, it's a battle for the WWE United Kingdom Championship. Tyler Bate, Trent Seven.
This will be a night to remember in NXT history.
Who will walk out as champion? NXT, next Wednesday, 8/7 Central, only on WWE Network.
Back here on NXT, six-man tag team action. Ty Dillinger wants a piece of every member of Sanity.
Ty is all kinds of fired up.
And Alexander Wolf sent running, and Eric Young on the opposite side of the ring. And now Sanity's just trying to regroup here.
Trying to group on the outside. Strong Dillinger, Jose started out attacking Sanity, but just wait to see what Eric Young does. He's the mastermind of Sanity.
I remember earlier on tonight, Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf destroyed the Bollywood boys. Afterwards, Eric Young would say, quote, Ty, at TakeOver, I humbled you. You belong with us. Dillinger was jumped in a backstage interview, but thankfully, No Way Jose and Roderick Strong came to even the odds.
I mean, perhaps you could say he belongs there. I don't think he deserves to be there now. He had the opportunity, he didn't take it.
Tag made by No Way Jose. Listen, Dillinger's questioned for a while whether or not he belongs here on NXT. I like to think his entry into the Royal Rumble match proved that he does.
I can tell you what I'm excited about in this match is that three guys finally decide to stand up against Sanity.
Oh, and No Way Jose going after Wolf, familiar with Sanity. No Way Jose and Rich Swann had been targets of Sanity after the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Here's the cover, shoulders down, and a kick out by Wolf.
All these three singles competitors, we'll see how well they team together.
And Percy, you remember in your time competing here on NXT with groups like the Shield, the Wyatts. If groups don't rise up against these types of people, nobody will stop them.
I 100% agree. That's anarchy, chaos. That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what Eric Young wants. Jose whipping Eric Young into the corner. And sent it up for a ride. Jose for the cover on the leader of Sanity and a kick out. Backed into the corner, and Roderick Strong enters into this match. Oh.
Like a shotgun ringing out around the arena.
Backed into the corner, and Wolf makes yet another tag. Gotta be careful of the big man, Killian Dane, in the corner. The damage he put on the Bollywood boys single-handedly earlier tonight was incredible.
Didn't we not see how devastating an individual he was? Alexander Wolf didn't even need to get into the ring.
Oh! And Roddy with a perfect kick. Here's the cover, and Wolf had it too.
Jumping leg lariat. Caught Wolf underneath the jaw.
That's what I'm talking about, boys. Don't be intimidated by Sanity. It's like in high school with the bully. Punch him right in the mouth.
You never punched a bully in the mouth, Percy.
Who are you talking to?
I think he graduated high school.
Oh! It takes down Eric Young. Dillinger, the numbers catching up with him. Oh, no, no, no. This is what they did not want. Killian Dane, oh, with a massive boot. Look at Dane hammering away on Dillinger.
There you go. I think Dillinger's regretting his decision now.
Wholeheartedly.
How many more times does this guy have to lose before he has a 9 on the back of his trunks?
I'm with Ty for standing up for what he believes in.
There's one thing standing up for what you believe in. Oh, we talked about it at TakeOver. Dillinger had to deal with Dane and Wolf and Young all at the same time. Now Dane gets his own opportunity, virtually one-on-one here.
Just such a monstrous, gargantuan individual.
Digging that shoulder.
Oh, and Wolf. Wolf coming in hard. Here's the cover on Dillinger and a kick out.
Getting closer, though.
Just crazy.
Wolf used to be known as the Axe Man because he liked to chop his opponents down like a lumberjack.
That's nice.
Nigel, how do you deal with competitors like Sanity? They just don't give a damn.
I think really you've just got to go back to basics.
You keep fighting. You should have asked me. You keep fighting, because sooner or later, they'll break.
Tag. Dillinger.
Punch him in the mouth.
Dillinger tags in.
Okay.
Oh, and a big knee to Dane.
What's that?
Strong on fire now. Once this guy gets going, you can't stop him.
Okay. Strong takes down Killian Dane. Oh. Alexander Wolf in all sorts of trouble. Oh, referee says the tag was made. Oh, and a backbreaker. Eric Young, however, is legal for Sanity.
Okay.
Drop kick.
What drop kick? I see you, Roddy.
Oh, right underneath the jaw. Oh. Face first into the mat goes Young. Cover here from Strong. Oh, and broken up by Wolf. No way, Jose trying to take care of Alexander Wolf. Oh, Jose!
Watch out now.
Oh! I think Roderick Strong was setting up for the sick kick and he got dropped by Dane.
No question about it.
Oh, wait. Oh, and a tiebreaker to Eric Young. The official is dealing with Dane, but look at Nikki Cross.
What is this?
Wait a second. Sanity just took out Dillinger.
It's like a Tasmanian devil out there.
And the official was dealing with Dane, didn't even see it happen. Oh! What a collision! Two legal men here in this match, and Sanity's gonna get the win.
Numbers are just too much.
This Killian Dane is absolutely devastating. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Roderick Strong humbled in the center of the ring like that, barely able to breathe. Let's take a look here at the end of the match.
Nikki Cross in the face of the official, and Dane would absolutely obliterate Roderick Strong.
Run over him like a truck.
The way that Sanity's been steamrolling people, it's going to take a lot more to stop this group.